Hey guys, what's up? It's JRCuber. In this video, we've got another unboxing from Puzzlcrate. This is the September box, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Alright, looks like we've got some pretty interesting stuff in here. We've got one puzzle and two puzzles. Oh, okay, I know what this is. This is actually the puzzle that I didn't get in my last giant non-WCA unboxing that I wanted to get because it was out of stock. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, so nothing else in the package. Okay, so of course we got another Calvin's puzzle stand, and then we got the two puzzles. So we got the LAN Flowercopter and the Moyu YJ Rainbow Unequal Cube. So yeah, like I said, this Flowercopter was the one that I actually wanted to get in the non-WCA unboxing. It was the one that kind of goes with the Honeycopter here, but this was out of stock on the cubicle, but I'm actually really glad I was able to get this through Puzzlcrate. So let's go ahead and check out the cards. So the Flowercopter is one of the newer puzzles to hit the market. It combines a curvy copter and a dino cube into one awesome puzzle. It was designed by Min Shengshu and is mass produced by LAN. The edges turn like a normal curvy copter, but additional cuts on the puzzle also allow the corners to turn like a dino cube. The puzzle moves well but catches easily, especially when jumbling, so please handle with care. So then the Moyu YJ Rainbow Unequal Cube. Unequal cubes are 3x3 shape modifications that solve the same way as normal 3x3, but the puzzle changes shape when scrambled. To add to the difficulty, YJ created this rainbow sticker modification for the unequal cube. The rainbow stickers give the center pieces an orientation that must also be solved to complete the rainbow pattern. Turning is smooth and is a pleasure to play with. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this unequal cube. So from what it looks like, this is just kind of a mirror blocks, but only applied to one axis. So here we go. Wow, this is actually a really beautiful puzzle. The colors are really vibrant. Yeah, that looks really cool. So yeah, the colors kind of go throughout the whole puzzle. If you kind of look at it like this, you've just got stripes that go from one end to the other. Wow, that is really, really awesome. So yeah, as you can see, this layer and this layer, so this layer is thinner and then this layer is thicker, but as you can see, that isn't applied to any other axis. So on this axis, all three layers are the same thickness, and as you can see on this face, it just looks like a normal 3x3, and same with this one. So it's basically just a mirror blocks, but the bumping is only applied on one axis. So when you turn it like this, you know, it'll bump out, but when you turn it like this, it won't. Awesome. So turning of this puzzle, yeah, it feels just like a YJ, like a cheaper YJ 3x3, like a Guanlong or something. I'm not sure what the mechanism is, but I would assume it's basically just a Guanlong. I don't want to take it apart, but yeah, these colors are pretty neat. So let's just go ahead and scramble this up. See if I can give it a solve real fast. Alright, so I think for solving this puzzle, I'm just going to have to find the lower face and then put those edges, these thin edges around that lower face, and then find how the center orients, and then from there we should be able to go. So here we've got a lower, a thinner piece, and I've just got to find the center that it pairs with. Looks like it's this one. So let's just go ahead and get all of these thin pieces up on this face. Okay, we've got all four of these up. So now let's figure out how they fit in with these centers. So it looks like this one goes in like that. This one also looks like it's in. So this one is going to need to go here. And then the final one, which we lost for a second there, it's right here. It's going to need to go there. Okay, we've got our cross. Now let's see how they fit in with these centers. So this one looks like it's right. This one looks like it's right, and then this one, it looks like the center is just misoriented. There we go. And then for this one, let's see how that center is going to match up. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our cross done, and they all match up with their centers. So now we should be able to place in our corner pieces. So this one looks like it's the right shape. Actually, all the corners are going to be the right shape, but we got to just find the place it goes. It looks like it's right here. Nope, it's gonna go in the opposite spot right there. All right, that corner's in. This corner looks like this one might go over here in this corner. Yep, that's right. And then this one, nope, this one's gonna go in this corner, and then the final one is gonna go in here. Okay, we're making progress. We've got one face. Now we should be able to place in our middle layer pieces pretty easily. So I think this one here is gonna go. It's gonna go down to here. So I think this one here is gonna go in this spot. So let me see. Yeah, it's gonna come down to here. There we go. That one's in. This one is going to go here because that little red bit right there is gonna finish up this part. Oops. No, it's gonna come in from this angle. Yep. And then for this one, this piece is gonna go there. I'm pretty sure. Yep. And then this one's already in. Okay, so now we're on the last layer. So for this last layer, we've got these higher pieces that need to be facing up. So as you can see, these two are down. So we can orient those up like that. So now we need to get everything aligned around the center. So it looks like nothing is matching up with the centerpiece right now. So we'll do a soon. And now it looks like this piece is matching. So we'll put that in the front and then orient these three around. There we go. Now all of those are in, and it looks like, yeah, they're all in with their centers as well. So now we'll orient, now we'll cycle the corners around this piece, which is already in its correct place. Well, that aligned everything, but it looks like this one needs to come to here. So now that one's in that correct place, and now the other ones must be in as well. So if we orient, yeah, there we go. That should solve the puzzle. Awesome. So there we go. There's the puzzle solved. All of our centers are oriented right. Yeah, that's actually relatively difficult. So the colors kind of throw you for a loop there. But yeah, that's a pretty fun solve. So really cool sticker mod mixed with a shape mod from Moyu and YJ. Really awesome. So let's go ahead and move on to the second puzzle in this puzzle crate, which is the LAN Flowercopter. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. There we go. Man, so this is a really cool looking puzzle. A lot of really thin pieces, kind of flower petal type pieces. So yeah, this is gonna move just like a curvy copter, and you can kind of see, at least I can already see how the puzzle, how the cuts are very similar to a curvy copter. So basically what you have is you have your edge and your corners, and then these three groups of, this group of three pieces right here would be your center. So you'd have a center here and a center here, and then one here and one here. But these cuts allow you to do corner turns as well. Wow, that's very cool. Awesome. So you can do an edge turn and a corner turn. Well, that's just going to add a whole nother level of complexity. And then as well for shape shifting, for jumbling. Yeah, it's going to jumble, I think, the same way as the... Oh, yeah, okay. So it is going to jumble the same way as the curvy copter, but as you can see now, you can also do these corner turns, which is interesting because as you can see right here, as you go right over those two little pieces, you get a little bit of a catch, which means that it's technically not really a move you're supposed to be able to make, but it's a move you can make when you use a little bit of force. And the same thing when you go this way, you can see it kind of catches over that corner right there. And that's an interesting move that you get with these kind of jumbling puzzles. You get moves that technically shouldn't be legal, but you can because you can kind of force your way through it. So that is really awesome. So yeah, the turning is a bit catchy. It's, you know, it's kind of stiff, but yeah, I'm really excited to have this puzzle. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is scramble it up, and then I will come back after I've solved it. Hopefully it won't be too hard. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just kind of start doing curvy copter moves, and then just kind of incorporate that in with these corner turning moves. And then I don't know if I want to jumble it. What I'll at least do is do some jumbling moves, like some of these moves. So look, you go up like that, and then you can do a little switcheroo right here. If I can get everything to line up. And that kind of changes up the orbits. So yeah, I'll do some of that. So let's just go ahead and keep scrambling. Alright, so there we go. I've scrambled up the puzzle quite a bit. I'm a little bit too scared to start jumbling, so I don't think I'm going to do that for this solve. But one thing I've noticed is that the puzzle kind of deforms quite a bit because of the amount of pieces and the amount of ways it can move. So because it can move in more ways than just edge turning or corner turning, since it can do both, it kind of has a tendency to deform a bit since so many things want to move at once. So yeah, other than that, this is a really cool puzzle and it looks really awesome all scrambled, so I will be back after I have solved it. Alright, so it's been a few days since I unboxed the Flowercopter, and I've solved it now, and it's really not that hard of a solve, in fact. It's pretty similar to a Curvycopter mixed with some dino elements, but yeah, it's really not that bad. So I want to kind of compare it to the Curvycopter now, because I didn't do that in the first part of the video. But if you take a look at these two puzzles, you can kind of see the similarities. So you've got your four corners here, just like you have your four corners, and these four edges here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then these three groups of pieces make up the centers. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the puzzle is also sort of similar to a dino cube. So these four edge pieces here are the equivalent of the four edges on a dino cube. What you have here that's different though is these corners that are visible, and in that way it's more similar to a RedKB. So on a RedKB here you can see you have four edges and then four corners, just like you have on here, four edges and four corners. So you can do the same kind of 3 cycle on this RedKB that you can on this Flowercopter. You can get it to work. There you go, it's the same kind of thing. So yeah, that's basically how the puzzle works. I want to go ahead and go a little bit more in depth with how the solve works though. So if you guys don't want spoilers on how this puzzle is solved, if you want to try and figure it out for yourself, then skip to this point in the video and you won't hear any spoilers. Anyways, with that, let's go ahead and talk about the solve. I used Super Antonio Vivaldi's tutorial. So basically I'll just be describing the method that he uses, which is the one that I used obviously. So you start by solving all of these middle edge pieces like a dino cube, and once you do that, you insert all of the corners using a mixture of dino moves and Curvycopter moves. And the reason you do this is to see if you have a corner parity, because if you don't check for the corner parity before you do the rest of the solve, then you could end up with everything solved except for one corner rotated, in which case you would have to scramble it up and basically resolve it again. So yeah, so you do that, and then at that point you can start reducing these center pieces, which is basically going to reduce it to a Curvycopter. So the way you can do that is you can basically do a 3 cycle between, like, let's say this piece, and this one. So the way you could do that was you could bring up a red piece like that, and then do a copter move, and then dino this back down, and then do another copter move. If I get that around. So there you go. There's a pretty basic 3 cycle between this one, and this one. So that's basically what you could do. You could get in this situation where you say, okay, well, I need to reduce this piece right here. It's got a green piece in it. And if we look down here, we have a white piece that can come up into it. And then when we do that, when we solve that, we want to move it out of the way and then bring this back and then restore it. So that is basically what you would do to put in all of these little pedal pieces. And at that point, it's a Curvycopter, and you can basically solve it like a Curvycopter. So I didn't really jumble it when I was scrambling. The only jumble moves I did was to switch orbits between this piece and this piece. You can do a jumble maneuver that I showed earlier in the video. But what I did do is I did do a little bit of jumbling like here, where just jumbling around these middle pieces here. And I just did a little bit of that, and it was kind of tricky to get it back, but it wasn't all that hard. I didn't want to mess it up too much, because you end up getting kind of stuck to the point where you can't really do any more moves, because of what I was talking about earlier with moves that aren't really legal, but you can still kind of push past them. So like this one right here, where this corner is getting stuck over here. If you do that enough times, then the whole puzzle kind of locks up and you can't move anything. So I didn't really want to jumble it. So yeah, solving this puzzle was pretty fun. The turning throughout the solve was not that bad. So it didn't pop ever, and it locked up sort of, and you kind of get these lockups here where you kind of lose one of these pedal pieces when you're trying to do this copter move. so you kind of have to just bring it back and align everything again, and then you can make the move. But like I was talking about, the whole puzzle just kind of has a tendency to like deform, you know? It just doesn't really stay together all that well, so you kind of have to find yourself sometimes just patting it on a table, trying to get everything aligned so you can make a move again. But yeah, other than that, the puzzle was really fun to solve, and it's a great puzzle. I think it's offers a really cool challenge, and I'm really glad that I got it in this month's Puzzlcrate. So yeah, that about does it for both of these puzzles. So what I want to go ahead and talk about now is the giveaway. So last month I got this Hexaminx, and I already had one of these, so I did a giveaway. Obviously I'm not going to be giving away either of these puzzles because I don't have them and I would like to keep them, but this is from last month. So let's go ahead and pick the winner for this puzzle now. Alright, so it's time to go ahead and pick the winner for the August Puzzlcrate for the Hexaminx. So let's go ahead and pick the winner right now. Alright, so the winner is Cuber712. So I'll be sending this person a YouTube personal message, so if they don't respond within a week, then I'll be forced to choose a new winner. So once again, congrats to the winner. I will get that shipped out as soon as I get your information. Well anyways, that about does it for this month's Puzzlcrate unboxing. If you guys don't know, Puzzlcrate is a monthly subscription service that sends you puzzles every month. It's $30 a month, and the link to the website where you can sign up and see the past Puzzlecrates will be down in the description. Anyways, that's about it for this month's Puzzlcrate unboxing. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like. Links to all of my social media pages, my Patreon, and my merch store are all linked down in the description below as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.